Hey, welcome back to the podcast. I am David.
And I am Sophia. And today we are talking about something that so many English learners struggle with. Something that holds people back for months, sometimes even years.
That is right. Today we are talking about why you need to start speaking English today. Not next week, not when you feel ready. Today.
And look, I know what you might be thinking right now. You might be thinking, but Sophia, my English is not good enough yet. Or I need to study more first. Or I am afraid of making mistakes.
We hear that all the time. And honestly, we get it. We understand why you feel that way. But today, we want to change that thinking completely.
Because here's the truth. The day you feel 100% ready to speak English will probably never come. And that is not me being negative. That's just how it works.
Think about it like this. Imagine you want to learn how to swim. You can read every single book about swimming. You can watch videos for months. You can study the techniques, the breathing, everything. But until you actually get in the water, you will never really learn how to swim.
English is exactly the same. You can study grammar for years. You can memorize hundreds of words. But until you actually open your mouth and start speaking, something will always feel missing.
And that feeling of something missing, that is actually your brain telling you it needs real practice. It needs real conversation. It needs you to use the language, not just study it.
So today, we want to give you the motivation, the tools, and honestly, the courage to just start. No more waiting, no more I will start tomorrow. Today is your day.
Now, let us talk about one of the biggest reasons people delay speaking English, and that reason is fear of making mistakes.
Oh, this is such a real thing. I think almost every English learner goes through this. You're sitting in a room, someone asks you something in English, and suddenly your mind goes completely blank.
Your heart starts beating fast. You start thinking, what if I say the wrong word? What if people laugh at me? What if I sound stupid? And so you stay quiet. You say nothing, and the moment passes.
And then later, you feel frustrated with yourself. You think, why did I not just try? But here's the thing. That fear is completely normal. It does not mean something is wrong with you.
Every single person who speaks English fluently today was once in your exact position. Every single one. They were beginners. They made mistakes. They said wrong things. They felt embarrassed.
But the difference between people who became fluent and people who did not is simple. The fluent ones kept going anyway. They spoke even when they were scared. They tried even when it was uncomfortable.
And mistakes are not the enemy. Mistakes are actually your best teacher. Every time you say something wrong and someone corrects you, your brain locks that in. You remember it. You improve.
I want you to think about a baby learning to walk. Does a baby give up the first time it falls? No. It falls, it gets up, it tries again. And slowly it learns to walk, then run.
You are learning English the same way. Every mistake you make is just you falling and getting back up. And every single time you get back up, you're getting closer to speaking fluently.
So from today, I want you to change the way you think about mistakes. Instead of thinking, I made a mistake, I'm so embarrassed, try thinking, I made a mistake. That means I'm learning.
That simple shift in thinking can change everything. It really can. When you stop being afraid of mistakes, you stop being afraid of speaking. And when you stop being afraid of speaking, your English grows so much faster.
Now, let's talk about something else. A lot of learners say, I understand English when I listen, but I cannot speak it. Does that sound familiar?
It absolutely does. And this is actually a very common stage in language learning. It's called the comprehension gap. You understand more than you can produce.
And the reason this happens is because listening and speaking use different parts of your brain. When you listen, your brain is just receiving information. When you speak, your brain has to find words, build sentences, think about grammar, and say it all at the same time.
That's actually a lot of things happening at once, so it makes sense that speaking feels harder than listening. It is harder, at least in the beginning.
But the only way to close that gap, the only way to make speaking feel easier, is to practice speaking. There's no shortcut. You have to do it.
And here's some really good news. You don't need a perfect English environment to practice. You don't need to live in America or England. You don't need a native speaker friend.
You can practice right now wherever you are. You can talk to yourself at home. You can describe what you see around you in English. You can repeat sentences from podcasts like this one.
You can record your voice on your phone. Listen back to it. Notice where you struggle. Practice those parts again. It's simple, but it works.
And that brings us to something really important that we want to do with you today. We're going to practice together right here in this podcast, because learning shouldn't just be listening, it should be doing.
All right, so before we jump into practice, let us talk about one more thing that I think is really important. A lot of English learners compare themselves to others. They see someone speaking fluently on social media and they think, I will never be that good.
And that comparison is honestly one of the most dangerous things for your progress, because you are looking at someone else's chapter 10 and you are comparing it to your chapter 1. That is not fair to yourself.
Everyone starts somewhere. That fluent speaker you admire online, they had bad days too. They had days where they wanted to quit, where nothing felt right, where English felt impossible.
But they kept going, day by day, little by little. And that is all you need to do, just a little bit every single day. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Showing up every day for 10 minutes beats studying for 5 hours once a week.
So if you can commit to just a little bit of English every day, you will be amazed at how much you grow in just a few months. Seriously, the progress will surprise you.
And remember, this journey is yours. You are not in a race with anyone else. You are only competing with yesterday's version of yourself. Just be a little better today than you were yesterday. That is enough.
Okay, now we're going to do something fun. We're going to do a vocabulary section. We picked 5 really useful words and phrases for everyday English conversation. These are words that will make your English sound more natural and confident.
And the best part is, these are not complicated words. These are simple, powerful words that native speakers use all the time. So listen carefully and try to repeat them after us.
All right, word number 1. The word is actually.
Actually is used when you want to say something that might be a little surprising or different from what someone expects. For example, I actually enjoy studying English, or it is actually not that difficult.
Try saying it now. I actually enjoy learning English. Say it out loud. Don't be shy. Say it like you mean it.
Great. Word number 2. The phrase is, to be honest.
This phrase is used when you want to express your real opinion or feeling. For example, to be honest, I was scared to speak at first. Or, to be honest, I didn't understand everything.
It makes you sound very natural and real. Native speakers say this all the time. Try it. To be honest, my English is getting better every day.
Word number 3. The word is basically.
Basically is used when you want to explain something in a simple way. For example, basically, I just practice every day. Or basically, the more you speak, the better you get.
It's a great filler word that makes your speech sound more natural and relaxed. Try it now. Basically, I'm working on my English every day.
Word number 4. The phrase is, I mean...
This is used when you want to clarify something or add more detail to what you said. For example, I study a lot. I mean, not every single hour, but regularly. Or, it's hard. I mean, it takes time, but it's worth it.
This is one of those phrases that native speakers use constantly without even thinking about it. It makes your English feel very flowing and natural. Try it. It takes effort. I mean, nothing great comes easy, right?
And word number 5. The phrase is, you know what I mean?
This is used at the end of a sentence when you want to check if the other person understands you. For example, it just takes practice every day, you know what I mean? Or you have to believe in yourself, you know what I mean?
It's a great conversational tool. It keeps the conversation going and makes you sound very natural. All right, so those were your 5 words and phrases for today. Actually, to be honest, basically, I mean, and you know what I mean?
Say them, use them, make them a part of your everyday English. The more you use them, the more natural they will feel.
Now we're going to do something really exciting. We're going to do a short shadowing practice. Now, if you don't know what shadowing is, let me explain it quickly.
Shadowing is when you listen to a sentence and then you repeat it out loud, trying to copy the same speed, the same tone, and the same rhythm. It's one of the most powerful techniques for improving your spoken English.
So here's what you're going to do. We're going to say a short sentence, you pause the podcast, you repeat the sentence out loud, then you press play again. Ready?
Let's start simple. Repeat after me. I'm going to speak English every single day.
Say it with confidence. I'm going to speak English every single day. Pause, say it, then come back.
Great. Next one. Repeat this. Making mistakes is part of the process, and I'm okay with that.
Say it naturally. Don't rush. Making mistakes is part of the process, and I'm okay with that. Pause and practice.
One more. This one is a little longer. Repeat after me. Every day I practice, I'm getting closer to the English speaker I want to become.
Really mean it when you say it. Every day I practice, I'm getting closer to the English speaker I want to become. Say it out loud.
That was amazing. Shadowing might feel a little strange at first, but trust the process. The more you do it, the more your mouth gets used to forming English sounds, English rhythm, and English flow.
And that's exactly what speaking fluently feels like. It stops being something you think about, and it starts being something you just do naturally.
Okay, we're getting close to the end of today's episode. And before we go, we just want to say something from the heart.
If you're listening to this podcast right now, that already means something. That means you're serious about learning English. That means you're putting in the effort. And that deserves respect.
So many people say they want to learn English, but never take a single step. You're already ahead of them just by being here, just by listening, just by trying.
And we want you to carry this with you after today's episode ends. English is not something that happens to you. It's something you build. One word, one sentence, one conversation at a time.
So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until your grammar is perfect. Don't wait until your accent is perfect. Start today. Speak today, even if it's just one sentence to yourself in the mirror.
Because that one sentence is the beginning, and beginnings are powerful. Every fluent English speaker in the world started with one sentence, one small moment of courage.
Let today be your moment. Speak English today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If this helped you even a little bit, please share it with someone who's also learning English. You never know who might need to hear this today.
And if you want more episodes like this, make sure you subscribe so you never miss one. We are always here cheering you on every single step of the way.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep believing, and remember, you can do this.
Take care, everyone.